Hey everyone, it's me Joji, and today we're going to talk about Pokemon Darkness Ablaze. Now, it's coming out in less than 3 weeks, and since it's coming out so soon, I decided let's talk about some of the Pokemon cards that you should be looking out for. These could be cards that are either really great and competitive, or maybe they're just really good chase cards that a lot of people are going to be looking for. As a side note, I will be opening up Pokemon Darkness Ablaze, probably Saturday, and if you don't want to miss it and get informed whether I'll do it live or it'll be pre-recorded, definitely follow me on Instagram or Twitter to get notified if I go live with the Pokemon Darkness Ablaze opening. Again, I'm going to talk about a bit of strategy, but keep in mind my strategies are probably not the best strategies, and you can make up your own strategies however you think is best for these cards. And so we're going to talk about Eternatus as the first Pokemon we should be looking for. Now, Eternatus V does have a full art, and it also has a rainbow rare, so if you're looking to collect some new V and VMAX Pokemon, Eternatus is definitely one of the cards you want to be looking for. With Eternatus being one of the main Pokemon in the game, spoilers, it is definitely going to be one of the cards that a lot of people are going to want to pull and probably play. Now, a lot of players are going to be looking for the Eternatus VMAX, whether it be just the regular Ultra Rare or the Rainbow Rare. But Eternatus VMAX has an ability called Infinity Zone, which lets you put up to 8 Dark-type Pokemon onto your bench. The normal amount of cards you usually have on your bench is 5, but this lets you put 8. Now, there is a stipulation that you need to have only Dark-type Pokemon, so if you have 5 Pokemon on your bench, and you have Eternatus VMAX as your active, you can't put down a Dedenne GX. But they did add a new Pokemon, Crobat V, which essentially does the same thing as a Dedenne, except when you play it, you draw cards until you have 6. You don't discard, so keep in mind you want to play this with a low hand count. But of course, Eternatus VMAX is going to be taking front and center stage here with its Dread End attack. Now this attack does 30 damage times the number of dark type Pokemon you have in play. So if you have an Eternatus VMAX as your active and then 8 other Pokemon that are all dark types obviously on your bench, that does 270 damage. That's a lot of damage, and it's enough to probably knock out a lot of GX Pokemon, especially tag teams, and maybe even cripple some of the VMAX and V Pokemon. I haven't fully looked over the list, but maybe there are some item cards that you can add to maybe buff up the attack damage on this Pokemon, maybe like a Vitality Band. In the previous metas, we've seen Dark Boxes, which are decks that revolved around using Dark type Pokemon. Now with this card coming out, I don't think there's going to be a new rendition of Dark Box, but instead there's going to be Eternatus Box, where Eternatus VMAX is your main attacker, and then you have other cards like Crobat V, Weavile, or maybe even like the Darkrai Prism Star to help it out, rather than it helping out other Dark-type Pokemon. But there's a lot of different combos you can do. You could run some Absols, like 4 of them, to make it harder for the opponent to retreat, and then you don't have to worry about having a high retreat cost if you're running a Galar Mine, because they did add a new energy, Hide Darkness Energy, which essentially makes it so your Pokemon has a 0 retreat cost, and you can use those Absols to swing for a lot of damage. We're going to see a lot of Dark-type Pokemon seeing a lot more play than we saw them before in Dark Box. And I think Eternatus VMAX is definitely going to be the one that's going to be leading the charge. Now, if you haven't heard, there is a new Charizard card in this set. But also, if you haven't heard, there isn't a full art or a rainbow rare of that Charizard in this set. That is actually in Champion's Path. Now, that comes out in September 25th, I believe. So if you're looking to chase some of the full art or the rainbow rare Charizard cards, maybe save up for that. It's been confirmed that the full art is going to be a promo in the Elite Trainer box, but the rainbow rare Charizard VMAX has not been confirmed whether it's going to be another promo or if it's going to be just a secret rare in Champion's Path. But in this set, we do have 2 Charizard cards. We have the regular Ultra Rare Charizard V and the Ultra Rare Charizard VMAX. Now, these cards honestly are a bit lackluster. For 4 energy, the Charizard V does 220 damage, but you have to discard 2 of those energies. And then the same thing for the Charizard VMAX, where you have to essentially discard 2 energies and then you only do 300 damage. That is a lot of damage, keep in mind, for 5 energy, but it isn't enough to knock out a lot of different VMAX Pokemon. And then that stipulation with having to discard energy, you would have to use another welder or something else to increase the energy all over again. Honestly, for 300 damage, you can do different attacks. Again, the Eternatus VMAX already does 270 damage for 2 energy. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of Charizard VMAX going around unless they find a good way to balance it all together. So yeah, if you're looking for some Charizard cards to collect, these are in the set, but keep in mind again, the full art and the rainbow rare are not in this one. This is in Champion's Path. Now these next 2 cards I'm going to talk about are Steel type Pokemon. Now the first one I'm going to talk about is Scizor VMAX. And we're not going to talk too much about the regular Scizor V, because the Scizor VMAX is definitely the one you're going to want to go for. It has a rainbow rare and it has an awesome attack. Its attack is Hard Scissors. It does 90 damage, and during the next turn it takes 30 damage less. Now if you add Metal Goggles onto him, that's 30 less damage again. And if, say, you ran a Lucario Metal GX tag team and use its Full Metal Wall GX attack, that's another 30 less damage. So you're going to be taking 90 less damage the next turn. That is a lot of not damage, I guess. And this Pokemon already has 320 HP, so this thing is going to be able to take a lot of hits. Keep in mind, it is weak to fire, so run some weakness energies so you don't have to worry about fire types knocking it out quickly. And then we come to a Pokemon I really hate talking about, Galarian Stunfisk V. Now, granted, it is an ugly Pokemon, and I don't think anyone would disagree, but it is a really great card competitively. Metal Skin, for every metal energy it has attached to it, it gets 20 HP. Granted, it only needs 2 energies to attack, so it's going to be 240, but again, if you run Metal Goggles, it's taking 30 less, and then if you're using the Lucario mode Metal, that's another 30 less. So, and then you could always overload this thing with energy. So honestly, it's a really good card, especially since Trap Bite does 60 damage, and if it gets hit the next turn, you put 12 counters on it. So that's 120 damage plus the 60 you did before. That is too much damage, honestly, for this card. But man, I really hate to say it, but I think I might try running Galarian Stunfisk V when it comes out. And for those of you that are looking for some gold cards, we do have, again, some more gold cards. This time around, we have Rillaboom, which is the regular Rillaboom that added energy onto Pokemon, as a gold card. Just like they did with Frostmoth and just like they did with the Galarian Berserker, they're making these cards gold. And there's also a Colossal as a gold card, so look out for those. Those are going to be some cards to definitely look out for, especially that Grass Monkey. Hopefully you found some of these cards interesting. There's a ton of other Pokemon cards that are coming out with Pokemon Darkness Ablaze that I didn't talk about. There's so many new full arts like Salamence V, and obviously some of those full art Pokemon trainers, but there are cards that, again, they did remove, like the Charizard V full art and the Charizard Rainbow Rare VMAX. And I think they also removed the Eternatus V full art and making that a promo. So if you want some more info on that, I'll add a link in the description for Pokebeach.com that gives you a full list and all the information on Pokemon Darkness Ablaze. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did, get subscribed, ring that bell to get notified on more Pokemon content, plus the Pokemon Darkness Ablaze opening this weekend. And as always, guys, stay safe, and thanks for watching.